Before we started working together, I guess I was busy. I was booked out a couple of weeks, but I wasn't making anywhere near enough money. I was only doing like 8K maybe a month, not even cracking the 10K. So now I'm doing it's around sitting around the 30K a month. On Instagram, I had 1,500 followers. And so, yep, I just hit 50K in the last few days. So that's pretty exciting in like 13 months working together. So by working with you and coaching with you, I guess I've got a bit of a formula now that I follow. I was like, yeah, that's what I need.
Please introduce yourself. What's your name? What type of business do you run? And where are you from?
I'm Kylie Smart. I'm from the Sunshine Coast and I am a naturopath. I have a special interest in ADHD. And so on Instagram, I am ADHD naturopath. I also have a little clinic here in my small town in Yandina on Sunny Coast called Luna Wellness Collective.
Perfect. Tell us, you have been working with us for a little bit over 12 months now. Where were you from a business perspective, revenue wise and clients wise, before we started working together? And where are you at now?
Before we started working together, I guess I was busy. I was booked out a couple of weeks in advance, but I wasn't making anywhere near enough money. I was only doing like 8K maybe a month, not even cracking the 10K. And I wanted to be able to increase my how much I was charging and obviously be able to work with more clients.
So that was before we started. And actually, like you've seen obviously massive growth on Instagram as well, which has been awesome. It's not just from a business perspective. So where were you on Instagram before we started together?
So on Instagram, I had 1,500 followers, and a lot of those were like people I was liking, and then they were following me back because I was like, that's a good strategy, isn't it? So, but I wanted to grow my following so that I could get more clients, but also become more of an expert in my industry. So I wanted to have a bigger following. And so, yeah, I just hit 50K in the last few days. So that's pretty exciting in, yeah, I think like 13 months working together.
Yeah, about 13 months.
Yeah.
And we didn't touch on where you're at from a business perspective. Obviously, you've gone from 1.5 to 50K followers in just over a year. You said you were doing about 8K a month before we started. And what are you doing now?
So now I'm doing it's around sitting around the 30K a month. I've also brought on another practitioner who's working with me. So I'm starting to grow a bit of a team, which is really exciting and also means I don't have to do all of the consulting all the time. Well, into the future, that's the next plan.
Real quick, sorry to interrupt your video, but if you are an online health coach or practitioner and you're looking at scaling your business using content marketing, you want to get more content out, you want that content to be at a higher quality, you want to get more clients, you want to get more cash collected, you want to do all that in less time, make sure you hit the first link in the description and book a call with us. We've helped dozens of online coaches just like the one that you're watching do all of those things. So if you want that to be you too, make sure you hit the first link in the description. Otherwise, back to the video. What were your goals, obviously, before we started working together? What did you really want to achieve that you weren't able to on your own?
I wanted to make more money. Yeah, that's really where it was at. And I didn't feel confident in being able to put my prices up with where I was at and what I was doing. So by working with you, I was able to do that by, yeah, having more clients and bigger following and more trust from my clients.
So obviously you came in, we started making some videos together, did a bit more consulting at the start to set up your offer and stuff like that a bit better. But before we did all of that, before you started working with us, what had you tried before to grow your business?
Good question. It feels like so long ago now. I was doing some ads. I was doing some reels and things like I was comfortable on camera. And I guess that's why I chose to do this kind of marketing work because I am comfortable doing that. But I wasn't able to be really consistent because having ADHD myself, I really struggled with the consistency, but also like editing the videos. I remember doing one and it took me all day. And then I got like, 200 views on it or something. I was like, this isn't bloody worth it. That there needs to be an easier way to do this. So,
Yeah, definitely. You tried ads, you tried making videos. What was wrong with those options that weren't able to get you the result that you wanted?
well, what I know now is that I wasn't putting the videos together in the right way that was going to make them be seen. So, by working with you and coaching with you, I guess I've got a bit of a formula now that I follow. It's kind of a little bit rinse and repeat, but it's still working. So, we're still going with it. But yeah, I don't think I would have come up with that myself at all. Like, yeah, you'd remember at the start, it took me a while to get the hang of it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so it's really, there is kind of a way to do it. And once you learn it, yeah, it just makes a lot of sense and yeah, and it works. But I wasn't going to get there by myself.
You have honestly got the best rinse and repeat
Yeah.
process your content out of anybody. I haven't seen anybody be able to do the same thing as frequently as you, and it still work, which is
That's
lucky
that's
for you.
probably because my target audience is ADHD. They forgot that they've already seen the videos, maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
They just like watching the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. Obviously, we had that first sales call we had before we started working together. Oh, I shouldn't call it a sales call. It was a sales call. Before we started working together, you had your reservations
Yeah.
about working with me, but what made you go ahead with it anyway?
You've probably got better at sales too now. So yeah. What made me go ahead anyway, like I'd already decided before I got on the call, was because you'd worked with other people, and that's how I found out about you. I saw their success and they told me about their success. And so yeah, that's why I decided to work with you. Not so much the elevator, yes, chain sales call.
Yeah, you gave it to me on that one. I'm not gonna lie, when we had that first call, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work, even if she goes ahead. I don't know if we're gonna be able to work together. Was there any reason why you almost didn't work with us?
Probably just that sales call.
Shot myself in the foot then.
No, I think it was also like because I had worked with, I'd done a lot of marketing training and things in the past, and I'd done lots of free webinars and those kind of things. I was like, just tell me how much it is, tell me what you're going to do, tell me why it works, and then we can move on. So, yeah, that really was the only thing. Like I'd seen what you'd done in with Bailey's videos, and yeah, I was like, yeah, that's what I need. That's what I need. So, yeah.
All right, so let's break down the process for anybody who's watching this. We start working together. What was the first thing that we did together?
Well, we caught up, like we chatted. Yeah, we had some meetings and talked about how we were going to do it. You got me writing some scripts, and then you kind of edited them as we went, which was really helpful.
So it was mainly at the start, getting some scripts going, getting some content ideas going, you requesting feedback for them, and
That was the
just
start. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And then I guess how you helped me too was just like a bit of coaching and encouragement and like time to put your prices up, that kind of thing that I found really helpful as well. And even today. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you were undercharging at the start, and then we increased the price, and then obviously some profile optimization. I actually want to remind you of something that I was thinking about the other day, which was I think has been pretty key in like obviously how much success you've been able to find, which is that at least at the start, you were kind of asking me, can I go down both avenues? Like, can I be the coach for all women's health issues? Because obviously I'm a naturopath, or should I just focus in on ADHD?
Yeah, that's
I know you were tossing up between those two options and we kind of committed to doing just the one. How have you found niching down to that degree? Because obviously you had your reservations at the start, but
Yeah, I haven't even looked back. Like I forgot about that, but that's true. I was trying to put my eggs in too many baskets. And yeah, even now with the clinic, now I'm more trying to integrate the clinic into being like an ADHD clinic. So niching what we provide here as well. So yeah, I haven't looked back. I think it was the other day I was driving, went to Brisbane and saw this random like doctor's surgery, just a doctor's surgery, and it said men's health doctors. And I was just like, said to my friend who I was in the car with, I'm like, that's brilliant niching. That's like that's perfect. So yeah, now I think I'm an expert in
I
niching.
mean, I would argue that's still not niche enough, but still good.
Yeah.
I think that's worked well. And like, I try to put some snippets in these clips for anybody who's watching, like for their benefit. I get asked all the time, or am I going too niche? Do I need to niche down? Blah, blah, blah. But you're a perfect example of that, where you felt like it was too niche at the start, but it's been the opposite of that. Like it's the
Yeah.
easiest way to become an authority in any space is just to only talk about that one thing.
And I mean, now when I get on a call to my clients, my potential clients, they're just like, oh, I watch your videos and it's just that's me. That's me. And so, yeah, they've already kind of decided they want to work with me before even getting on the call. They just want to have a chat with me and make sure, know how the process works maybe more because maybe that's what I'm not telling them well enough. So and that's why they want to get on the call from what we were talking about earlier. They watch my videos and they're like, oh yeah, that's me because I'm also, working on it's ADHD is but with women's health issues. So it's the
Yeah.
hormonal side of things as well. So that is, yeah, like getting pretty niche now. But yeah, and it's at the point where I can kind of, say like, do you also have this symptom, knowing that they probably do because that's where we're working, and it makes them feel confident that I know that I'm going to be able to help them.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's really worked in your favor. Okay, so obviously a few different things we're doing. We're helping you with like scripting content, getting better in front of the camera, doing some like offer optimization, helping you a little bit with like the business systems. How have you found the video editing side of things? At least focus on that for now. How have you found the video editing side of things?
Yeah, I think they're great. Yeah, I mean, I trust your team. I barely even watch them back now before I post them because
Yeah.
I hate listening to my own voice. Yeah, I mean, we barely even like I don't even really have any edits anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's a really seamless process. We've got, once we got the look and the vibes and everything down, and yeah.
And then we're offering you support, some coaching here and there. How have you found that from a communication perspective? How have you found that from a personalization perspective?
Yeah, it's been really good. And yeah, being able to like chat with you when things come up, when you're available as well, and you get back to me, I think that's really helpful because sometimes, like if you have like a scheduled call or whatever, you don't always remember. So that's been really good. Also, you like your calls that you do, I got to make one of those one day. They would be really super helpful to get in touch with your other clients too. So I need to do that.
Okay, tell me what has been the most helpful part of the whole process of working together?
Not having to edit my own videos.
Yeah.
And knowing that they're going to look good and that
Perfect.
yeah, that's the best part, the
Awesome.
easiest part.
What would have stopped you from doing all of this by yourself? Not just the
Well, I
content, just
can't.
everything that you've been able to do, improving your offer, improving your systems, improving your content. What would have held you back from doing these things by yourself?
Well, I didn't know what to do. I was thinking about the other day actually, because I was at a conference and they were talking about AI and showing us AI video editing and all of that. And I was also like, yeah, that's cool and everything, but I still have to learn how to do it. I still have to get on there and do it. I still have to, like make sure it's correct, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's still so much easier to I just film my stuff, ramble on, send it to you, and it comes back done. And it's like I literally spend like I'm about to record 6 or 9 videos now. I know it's going to take me about 45 minutes since I've written them, but also writing it now took me about an hour to do like 9. So in an hour and a half, I've got 3 weeks content done. Like I couldn't do that even with that kind of stuff in that time. So time for me is the biggest thing because I've got a family, the clinic and all of that. So I don't think there's any way to do it quicker.
Yeah. And for anyone watching this, like obviously you said it takes you an hour and a half to do 2 or 3 weeks of content, but it definitely didn't take that long at the start. Like you committed a lot more time
It
to
took me a long time at the
a long
start.
time. And it took you a
Yeah.
lot of feedback as well, which you really utilized, probably more than most other clients do, to be honest. Like you are almost every single week asking for feedback, asking for like, is this good? Is this not good? And then communicating that. So I
I
think
knew it was shit.
but like some people, they might do it for a couple of weeks and then they drop off. But you were honestly on it for like probably 2 months,
Well,
which
yeah, we
was
needed to make sure this was gonna like it was gonna work, but I knew it would
yeah.
because you had seen it as well. Like
Talking head.
talking head reels,
Mm,
it works, and you
yep.
see it, and like that's the shit I'm watching at 2 a.m. when I've woken up in the middle of the night, worrying about how much work I have to do. I'm watching talking head reels, so like I knew it was something I had to do. I just had to make it work.
What surprised you about working with us?
How well it worked, to be honest. Like I didn't think we would be sitting here talking about 50K followers and 30K months this quickly,
Mm,
really. That surprised me. Even though, I kind of knew could do it. But yeah, it did happen quite quick. So yeah, and even the fact that it's October, like this year's just been total whirlwind since I put my prices up. We did it in January. Yeah, like it's been crazy.
yeah.
I didn't expect that. But I remember putting my prices up and you saying to me like, if it doesn't work, just put them back down. Like if you don't sell, and it's just been chaos since
And
then.
then I
So
got that other the last testimonial that I got from you, which was like 3 weeks later, and it was like just sold 4 packages in the last 2 weeks of these new price. But I
yeah,
also like
well, I
you
had to
said,
actually change my processes to make it harder for people to book in.
but I also like that you said you didn't expect it to happen this quick, and it is quick. Like 50K followers is from 1.5 in just over a year is crazy growth. Like that's really really fast. But I definitely think that from like revenue to where you're at is definitely achievable if you just stay consistent. If you can see a full year as being a short amount of time, then you'll be able to do well. A lot of people don't see a year as a short amount of time. What would you say the main differences are between us and other solutions you are looking at in the market?
I guess the only thing that I was looking at, well, when I started with you, because like AI has developed so much
Yeah.
in the last year, but so when I started working with you, it was just like CapCut.
Mm.
And and I was just like, this is so time consuming. Like for videos, I didn't really know anyone else. Like I didn't really look at anyone else because it was like I've seen what's working well for, other people, for Bailey who referred me. We just went with it. I was like, I give it a crack. And then I haven't had to look anywhere else. So I
Perfect.
didn't really look anywhere else.
Final question. What would you tell someone who's on the fence?
I would say, yeah, give it a crack. And like you said, as long as you take the feedback, a few times some of the advice you gave me, I was like, nah. But I tried it anyway because I was like, we'll see. I'll show him that this doesn't work. And then it worked. Yeah, give it a crack. Like, what have you got to lose except for more time spent trying to edit your own freaking videos? And who wants to do that when there's better stuff to be doing? But yeah, it's the coaching side of it as well that you do. Is just something that I'm guessing not many other people do and has been super helpful for me and not what I expected. I just expected a video guy. So yeah, it's been good.
It's not enough. That's what we used to do. It's not enough. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
It's been awesome so far. Can't wait to see where we're at this time next year. If you've made it to the end of this video and you are an online health coach or practitioner and you're looking at scaling your business using content marketing, you want to get more content out, you want that content to be at a higher quality, you want to get more clients, you want to get more cash collected in less time, make sure you hit the first link in the description, book a call with us, and we can find out whether we can help you. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm coming at you with lots more value. Let's lock in. Have a nice day. Have a nice night whenever you're watching this. Farewell.